Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Question for you. Do you ever feel like there's this invisible weight on your shoulders? Like you've messed up once or maybe a bunch of times, and now you just can't shake that heavy feeling? Or maybe it's guilt from something you did, or maybe it's shame about who you think you are. You tell yourself, I'm fine, it's not a big deal. But deep down, it's like this annoying shadow you can't get rid of. If you're nodding along, stick around because today we're going to talk about those two sneaky things, guilt and shame, why they make you feel stuck, why they can mess with your relationships, and most importantly, how you can finally break free from them. Trust me on this, you don't have to carry that weight forever. I've been there and I get it. It's rough, but there's a way out, and I want to help you start that today. Before we jump in, do something real quick for me. Smash that like button. Not for me. I mean, I appreciate it, but for the guys out there who might need to hear this. Your like could be the reason someone finds this episode. Maybe it's a friend of yours. Maybe it's someone you don't even know. Either way, it helps spread the message, and that's the mission. To help as many people as possible drop this emotional baggage. Are you in? Cool. All right, let's get into it. First things first, what's the deal with guilt and shame? They're not the same thing, but they love hanging out together, making your life harder. Here's the difference. Guilt is when you feel bad about something you did. Like maybe you lied to a friend or you said something in the heat of the moment that you wish you could take back. Inside, you're like, I shouldn't have done that. So it's about actions. Now, shame, it cuts deeper. Shame makes you think, I'm not good enough, or I'm just a bad person. It's not just about a mistake you made. It's about feeling like you're the mistake. One guy I work with, I'll refer to him as Mike for the sake of this conversation. Mike yelled at his family one night because he was stressed out. Later, he felt guilty and said sorry. Now, the guilt was saying, I shouldn't have done that. But the shame started whispering, I'm a terrible husband and the worst dad. See the difference? Guilt is like, fix what you did, and shame is like, you're broken. Here's why this stuff matters. Guilt and shame don't just live in your head. They're sneaky. They mess with everything in your life. If you're stuck in shame, it's like wearing a mask. You might act like everything's fine on the outside, laugh, joke, play it cool, but on the inside, you're like, man, if people really knew what I'm like, they'd bail out on me for sure. And guilt, it's like carrying a backpack full of bricks. Every regret, every mistake, another brick. Before you know it, that backpack is so heavy, it's hard to even move forward. But here's the truth that no one tells us. Guilt doesn't change the past, and shame doesn't decide your future. So what does? What you do next. All right, it's time to figure out how to drop that backpack so you can stop dragging it everywhere. These steps are legit, and they've worked for so many people, so stick with me. The first step is to name it. Sounds simple, right? It's not. Guilt and shame are tricky, and they can mix you up. So ask yourself, am I feeling guilty because I did something wrong? Or am I ashamed because I think I'm just not good enough? Here's an example. Imagine you ignored your friend's text because you were going through stuff. Guilt sounds like, man, I shouldn't have ignored them. I need to say sorry. But the shame's louder. Shame's saying, wow, you're the worst friend. Nobody wants to deal with you. Naming it is like shining a flashlight in a dark room. Once you see what's really going on, you can start dealing with it. Step 2, check the story. Okay, here's the thing. Guilt and shame are expert liars. They love telling stories like, you'll never get it right, or you'll screw it up too much to fix it. Ask yourself, is this really true? Or is it just fear talking? For example, your inner voice might say, my friend will never forgive me. But have you even asked? Because chances are your friend's just waiting for you to reach out. When you catch those lies, guilt and shame start losing their grip. And step 3, forgive yourself. This is the hardest one, but it's the most important. You must stop letting your mistakes define who you are. Ask yourself, if a friend did this, would I forgive them? Yeah, you probably would. If you give someone else a break, then why not yourself? Mistakes don't mean you're a bad person. They just mean you're human. And step 4, talk to someone. Here's the deal. Guilt and shame love silence. So when you keep them bottled up, they just grow. Talk to someone you trust. It could be a friend, a counselor. You might even like to book a session with me. Whoever you feel safe with. Sharing what you're feeling is like pulling the bricks out of the backpack, one by one. So here's my final thoughts on this. Think about the backpack again, the one full of guilt and shame bricks. Now picture setting it down, imagining how much lighter you feel, how much easier it'd be to move around without it. Here's the truth. You don't have to carry it anymore. Guilt and shame don't define you. They're not who you are. The person you want to be is still there. These steps are your map to finding him. If this episode hit home for you, don't just listen and forget about it. Take action. Start with one step. And if you're ready for more, check out the free assessment I've got for you in the description below. It's quick, easy, and it'll help you figure out those first moves to get your life in a better place. Thanks for sticking with me, and don't forget to hit that like button. Share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more real talk like this. Remember, you're not alone. You've got this. Bye for now.